Good morning, teacher and classmate. Today, I'm going to present my project. My project, the title is Topographic Control in Pedestal Works and Perception of Accessibility in Use of the Chepén Municipal Market, 2025. My name is Chavez Armengol Emerson Matias, and where to start? The first part to present is a problem. What is the problem of the project? The problem is, in the province of Japan, there were conditions that intensified the problem related to pedestrian accessibility. According to the report presented by the César Vallejo University, 2023, the intensive rain recording in the area had caused premature deterioration in streets and sidewalks. This is a problem. In this part, I talk about the problem, objective, and hypothesis. The problem. What is the problem? The problem is how does topographic control in place and world influence the perception of accessibility in use of Japan Municipal Market 2025. The objective is determining the relationship between topographic control in place and works and the perception of accessibility in use of the Chepén Municipal Market 2025. And final, what is the hypothesis? The hypothesis is there is a relationship between topographic control in pedestrian works and the perception of accessibility of use for the Chepén Municipal Market 2025. What is the perception of accessibility? The perception of accessibility divides in three parts. The first part is analysis of the level topographic control in the pedestrian work of the Chepén Municipal Market. The second point is identify the level of accessibility perception amongst market users. And finally, compare the dimension of topographic control with yours perception of accessibility. At the point that the results topographic control. In this part, theoretical contribution, only I read or only I present the research style and type and the authors. For example, Cortez 2021 said, use of the drone is topographic survival to reduce costs and improve accuracy. Pablos, Villegas, Verdes, Moreno, Vargas y Vázquez 2025 said, use of the multipexel drone topographic model is in rural areas. Chávez y Mendoza, 2020, the title is Urban Infrastructure Designs, Marca City Section, Perfil de Cristo Tourist Center, Marca District, and Cajamarca. And the final, Vigil Carrastro, the Huerta in Gregorio, 2024. The title is Topographic Control in Civil Works, Application of GNSS and Totalization. Types and design of research. For example, in this part is approach and quantitative, design, non-experimental, transversal, guide, discrete, and basic. In this part only I read the dimensions. For example, dimensions is leveling stops, elements in stackouts, and geometric precision. The similar in this part dimensions is security, comfort, and inclusion. And this part is technical and analytical procedure. Is population and simple technicals and instruments to upgrade reliability. Where is and where the instruments valued, and what information analysis technical were applied. And despite present the table 1 summary of relative by Omega McDonald, and well, the interpretation is the derivative values were calculated using McDonald's omega coefficients with the use of SPSS, which allow the evaluation of the internal consistency of the items by dimension. As coefficients of the variables shows coefficient greater than 0.7, which indicate a relativity that runs between acceptable and excellent in accordance with the stability methodology standards. Mm, The same procediment is in results. The presented table 2 summarizes of presentation level about topographic control. In this case, discussion is the findings of Sarin corresponded to what was started by Yavda and Nagja 2024, who indicate the inaccuracy in the leveling and stacking process due to affects both the structural quality and safety of civil construction. Likewise, Hu and Lee and Wu 2021 pointed out that a reduced perfection of technology control was linked to the efficiency staff training and implementation of modern measurement technologies. In this part is the result of table 3, summary of the level of section recording the perception of accessibility. While discussion, who Leo and who and Wu 2021, and the story was named in China's exposed, pointed out that a reduced perception of technical content was linked to deficiencies is substraining in the implementation of modern technologies. Jin Kong and Nash, China, I suppose, 2022, sorry, also mined the geometric accuracy and systematic contour were key factors to ensure the durability and reliability of infrastructure for pedestrian traffic. And the results are the same. In this case, is the table 4 correlations between topographic contour and the perception of accessibility. What is this in this case? Li and Hu 2021 started to work precision in the process of learning. Starting and geometric definition of form was reflected in a more favorable perception of stability and comfort of the part of pedestrian. Meanwhile, Dean Kaunas 2022 highlighted that the use of exact technologies in technical content contributes to strengthening city studies is public infrastructure, in other words. And in this part, the table 5 summary of hypothesis testing. Wu, Liu, and Hu 2021 started at the perspective of including accessibility increases when the work were developed in accordance with rigorous technical standards of precision quality. Likewise, Dean Carr and Nance 2022 highlight that effective geometric content contributes to optimizing the experience of pedestrians by minimizing risk and strengthening confidence in a useful public space. In other words, the result of the study covers of the Chepén support the previously heard position mentioned. Finally, I take the conclusions. What is the conclusion? First, recording the general results, it was verified that the relationship between topographic control and Euro's perception of accessibility in the municipal market shows a correlation. Raw sperm law is 0.669, with a significance level of sigma is 0. This represents a considerable high positive correlation between the variables. Where the null hypothesis was rejected and the alternative hypothesis was accepted. Second, regarding the specific result, 37.5% of surveillance use hard appreciation of the pedestrian work in the market, while only 32.7% considered it a high level. This highlights the need to improve leveling, styling, and geographic precision to swing community through. Third, recording the specific results, 35.6% of surveys used had a low perception of accessibility in the market, while 29.8% show a high level. This reverse concern about safety, comfort, and inclusion for the entire community that circulates in the area. 4. Recording the specific results. The relationship between topographic control and safety, comfort, and inclusion show relationship levels. Rule is 0 to 586 and 0688, with a significance level a sigma Magnitude is 0.01. This represents a high positive correlation between the static variables, where the null hypothesis was rejected and the alternative hypothesis was accepted. Especially highlights the relationship between topographic control and the dimension of accessibility perception. And where is all my exposition? Thank you so much for attention. Thank you.